circumstances. I'm not really sure who I would be talking to on today. And so for no real particular reason, I just want to pour into somebody who's been drained by everybody. I think so often we look at people from the image perspective, and we can forget what people are going through and where they are in the outro perspective. You look at how they look and what they dress like, how they speak and or carry themselves. And I think many times we forget and forfeit what it is somebody may have on the inside and what they may have told us in passiveness, but still aggressively, how they feel about everything. You have to be able to discern in the spirit. What somebody says many times in sarcasm is exactly how they feel in their reality. I know that we make jokes many times about things that are not funny, that we bring light to issues that are our darkness, that we equate for ourselves what it is that we cannot extract from our deliverance. We speak to the future in sense that is, maybe I can't see it, or it's something that I want but don't really believe I can ascertain. I need you to know on today that you have to be completed in everything that is the God of you, who calls you to be well. I know well is synonymous because it's a word that relates to maybe just okay. And I'm not sure how you take it today. I'm not sure what implication comes along with you saying maybe you're just well. I'm not sure if you find yourself in the habitual stage where you begin to lie to you just to allude to them that maybe you are okay. I don't know. I'm not sure if your happenstance is as motive as your situation, or if you are as pivotal to the equation as you believe that you are. But I want to assess and affirm. I need to assure. I want to make clear on tonight that everything you've been through was to deliver you from this deep well. I look at the story of the woman with the woman who comes to the well. I noticed that there are a few things in context, the connotation, that I just want to bring insight to for today. I got to tell you that when Jesus shows up on scene, I want to make mention of how he gets there. I think many times your travel, your road, your route, your journey has been forfeited because people look at where you are and have not identified with what you've been through to get to where you are. You got to know that to get here is not easy. To get here is not for the weak. To get here is not for them that are faint of heart. But everybody who can understand on today that I've come a mighty long way. I've come a long way through fight and through trial, through circumstance and through hell. I've come through the tests of the rest. I've come through circumstances and manipulation. I've come a mighty long way. Not to get here and be doubted in my mind, but to define in the recesses of everything that God has made me big enough to stand, that I am able to get through this here. I need you to know on today that God made sure that you got to your destined location, not because you were so good, but because it's understood that he needed to go to Samaria. That's what the Bible says. It says that the Lord was going through, but decided he needed to stop by. I don't know who I'm talking to on today. I don't even know if you believe this to be a rhema word for you, but can I tell you on today, God is never too busy just to stop by. He can stop by that situation and clear it up. He can stop by your illness situation and clear it up. He can stop by the brokenness and clear it up. There is not anything that God cannot stop by and change. And when God is on the way, you have to know that many times your neighbor will be the person who gets it. But don't be indiscriminate with your praise and say that maybe you'll be selective in the glory grace of where you thank God for everything that he's brought you through. But you have to identify inside of you that I know a God who will stop by. He'll stop by my friends. That only means that he's a friend away. He'll stop by my family. That means he's in my bloodline. He'll stop by my neighbor. That means he's in the neighborhood. He'll stop next door. That means I'm the next stop he'll come to. You got to know that he's stopping by the house. He makes house calls, and he also makes sick calls. He makes personal calls. He'll also make professional calls. He'll make job calls, and he'll make boss calls. He'll stand up and make the call on today when you cannot identify, cannot find, can't understand the recesses of your mind to say, why would he be there and not here? It's because he's stopping by. Let me go ahead and get out of your way on today. I'm not going to preach to you. I just wanted to tell somebody in the room on today, you got to know when he shows up not to play with it, but to deal with it. And for somebody, you've been dealing with stuff on the inside that you need to let out. You've been dealing with it deep down inside because you didn't want to say anything about it. You've been pressing down on the inside of you, trying to suppress you. And God told me to tell 3 people in the room on today that you have to stop denying you. Stop suppressing you. Stop underestimating you. Stop downgrading you for everything that is the wordsome of them. You have to identify that God did not create you and make you and mold you and form you and bring you and build you just for somebody else to break you. You are built for this. I noticed that when Jesus asks her question, she answers and says, Lord, I have no man. Not sure who this is for, but I just wanted to be resound for reason for anybody in the room on tonight who is not sure in their season of what God has brought you through, that there has been no man to help you. There has been no man to help you. I'm talking to somebody who can identify there has been nobody there. There ain't been nobody to help you, and that's okay. That's all right. You didn't need nobody connected to you. You didn't need folk pouring into you and making fun of you when they got around other people. You didn't need anybody who could say to you that maybe it wasn't God, but maybe it was them. No, sucker. Let me tell you something on today. It's been God helping me every step along on the way. It's been the grace and the glory that made sure I made it here today. It's been by his will and his word that I'm able to stand and say it's nothing but the grace of God that delivered me here, that brought me here, that stood with me here. I know that I can face it because any fight God puts me in is not to hurt me, but it is only to help me. I got to tell you on today, God did not identify with you being made, my God, to come to this deep-seated, to not deal with everything that is deep-seated. Last thing, and I'm done. I'm out of your way on today. I just came to identify with maybe somebody struggling with the issue of being doubted in it, of being manipulated to it, of being circumstantially disputed about it. You got to tell people it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. I got to tell you that when she walks up on Jesus and Jesus comes to greet her, because I know he's headed there, but God is omnipresent. So he's already at your situation before you ever look at it, before you ever get to it. God has already identified in his mind everything that you stand to look at. He's already there waiting for you to get to it. The way is already made. He's prepared it before you even got there. Can somebody in the room shout on the glory on tonight to know God is already fixing the situation? He's already fixing it before I face it. He's already fighting it before it stands against me. He's already depicting how it is I'm a winner before I could ever dispute myself to be a loser in it. God is fixing the fight. I'm in a fixed fight. That's what it says. I'm in a fixed fight. I know I can identify that God has been all right. You may not always feel it. It may not always sound good. It may hurt in deeper spots. Talking about family issues. Okay. Talking about issues that go generations deep. Talking about stuff that you ain't even sure if you can deal with it the right way. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to anybody who can identify to God. Maybe it's too big. Maybe it's too hard. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. It's deeper. So I need you to come to a purpose place where you begin to pour out to God from a deep place, so that God can heal you with his unlimited grace, that he'll make you whole in even the deepest of places. She says it's deeper than that. What I deal with, this well journey I find myself on, I need you to know on today, it's deeper than that. It's deeper, but God has not forgotten about you. But God makes sure that you will make it through. Believe this on today, that when he shows up with answers. I love a God with answers. When he shows up with answers. I love a man with answers. When he shows up with solutions. I love a man with answers, with God who doesn't just look at the problem and cloud about the problem, but I need to know, I need to be able to see. I need to see if you can identify that the reason we're here is not to only complain, but the reason that I stand here on today is because the God who formed all of us, all of us, has made sure to be sure that I'm sure that he's able to deliver me, to grant me the grace that I'll be able to see that the only thing that opposed me was me standing in the way of my healing today. God bless you on today. I pray that this has been a rhema word for somebody, that you be able to identify in your mind that everything God set you on was not to just oppose you. It's not to just be a problem for you. But God ordained through identity that everything that you come to, I know it's deeper than that, but God will deal with that and this too. I pray that you are well beyond staying in a deep-seated, unresolved, worrisome issue. But you are bringing into a new season everything that is well enough to excel in it, to say it wasn't me of myself, but God did it. God bless you all today.